Are you of Edgar and the way that he hung in there through this fight?
Yeah, so proud because he's never boxed anywhere near that level before. And you know, one of the things that we probably wanted and needed was that fight between where he's been fighting, those levels, and Canelo Alvarez. And it was such a huge jump that the worry is that you're out of your depth. But he never really looked out of his depth in there. You know, we got beat, and we got beat well by a legend, but it was always competitive, the rounds. And I think more importantly, it was the way that he handled the week, the way that he handled the dressing room, the way that he handled the ring walk, the crowd. But for me, one of the most pleasing things was the boxes that he ticked. You know, an impregnable chin that took every shot in the artillery of Canelo Alvarez. And to be honest, like, the knockdown was an incredible left hook. It was kind of like a flash knockdown, but he was never really hurt in the entire fight. And even when he got dropped, he came back, he was firing back, and people loved it. I think his ring IQ, which we knew was better than people anticipated, was good and frustrated Canelo Alvarez at times. But, you know, I said to him after, and he's disappointed, and he should be because he's a winner and he lost. But ultimately, when he drops back down a level, which is just what you do, because Canelo Alvarez level's so high, he's going to really start to understand the experience that he gained tonight. And like he said about Canelo Alvarez fighting Floyd Mayweather at a young age, that's what he's done. He's stepped up to a whole new level and got a wonderful experience tonight. You know, I said to him earlier, he's secured his entire life and his family's life forever at such a young age. And it's just the beginning. Because right now, I think you have to say that he's probably the #1 name in the division outside of Canelo Alvarez. You know, and there's huge fights out there for him. You know, next year, Jaime Munguia, Caleb Plant, Charlo, Pacheco, our young gun coming through. But he's right now the man in the division as far as I'm concerned. And I'm very proud of that performance. I think he deserves a huge amount of credit.
And just to follow up real quick, you've worked with Canelo so closely. On the heels of this triumph, does it make more sense for him to fight a lighter guy like Crawford, or to try to go up for the glory of Bivol, Peter Biev, winner, or Benavidez?
Yeah, I mean, look, Canelo's going to do whatever Canelo wants to do. He's earned the right to do that. You know, if Bivol wins in a couple of weeks, he could have a shot at him for the undisputed championship at 175. Crawford was there tonight chasing the fight, and, you know, he's earned the right to do whatever he wants. Yeah, I mean, firstly, as Edgar said, he just finished his fight, so his job is to relax now with his family, and then our job with Keith is to plan the future. You know, of course, Diego is a young fighter coming through, but Edgar just fought Canelo Alvarez on a huge stage, and his stock really rose tonight. So I think the guys like Diego are definitely chasing Edgar Berlanga, and they should be. You know, all young fighters should be now chasing people like Edgar Berlanga. He's been chasing people for a while. But I see him as one of the top guys at 168 now. Not just as a fighter, but commercially as well. And like he said, you know, he's always done big numbers. You know, when we went to the Garden, he did a great gate. And that's only going to increase tonight. So, yeah, I think, you know, that's a potential fight down the line. But me and Keith now will plot the comeback. And I'm really excited. You know, I almost feel like it's like a new signing. Because we knew he was a big star before, but now I feel like we've got one of the biggest stars in the division. And I think the comeback trail and the comeback plan is going to be really, really fun.
First of all, Edgar, super proud of you. Tremendous fight, tremendous effort. I think, first of all, he proved all the haters wrong, as he said. He won the world tonight, even though he didn't win the fight. As far as going forward, I think, like Eddie said, we'll sit down. I think the smart thing to do would be a homecoming in either New York or Puerto Rico, get his legs back underneath him, get him another win, and then target guys like Munguia, Charlo, Caleb Plant, and if the Diego Pacheco fight makes sense, we could do that fight as well. But there's probably at least 3, 4, or 5 fights that are huge for Edgar in the next couple of years here.